Welcome back everybody into the recap of day 3 of the FTMO challenge number 2, and as you can see we are watching the New York price action of today. As you can see, from 2 New York open up until 5, which is London close, nothing really, there was not a real trend going on. As you can see, if we do the replay, 5, yeah, this is up until 5. As you can see, these 3 hours the price was very messy and it never broke below here or made its way to a clear uptrend during this time. And as well on the 4-hour time frame, as you can see here, here, yeah, there's no really need for the replay. As you can see, I was waiting for price to break below here. Yes, it broke above, but I mean, this is that one that opens at 3 and up until 7. So this is mainly due to the 5 p.m., 5 to 6 p.m. bullish push. I watched as well the 15 minutes today. As you can see, this is New York, which was very, very messy. Yes, we reacted here, which is on the 15 minutes, a very important PSA. And I never bought, even after this. I was looking to sell here. I stayed in one bias, and this one, as per sort of Raja style, could have been a nice trade when the price broke above these previous highs for like 25 pips, not much. But as you can see, I was not comfortable in taking buys because of this huge PSA on the left hand side, which was acting as a very strong resistance after being broken during pre-New York, which is where the price was trending. And as you can see, price broke below and went for a nice 60-70 pips, which on the 1 minute was actually on the 1 minute was very, very nice and trendy. I mean, as you can see, reacted very well as well to the PPLs, were very nice reactions for possible entry like this. This one could have been easily an entry, breaking below the previous lows, the hourly PSA, break and retest, 15-12 pips of stop loss, 50 pips of take profit. Would have been absolutely nice, but I was not on the chart doing pre-New York. New York was this. As you can see, it was a slow uptrend, but I was not looking for buys. That's because after this huge movement and as well on the hourly, the price was very strong, going very strong, bearish. So there was no point looking for buys with all these PSAs that could act as a support, as a resistance, as it actually did up until the very late New York, which I was not on the chart anymore. And as we're going to see, yeah, as we see, was very, very strong. But as you can see, it reacted at the PSAs, break and retest of the hourly PSA, or even better, of the PPL for 50 pips, or safely look the cleanest break and retest for like 40 pips. Would have been absolutely nice after breaking above all these previous PSA. This is the cleanest break and retest that you could get very, very easily. As you can see, you can take like this. This is even like a 11 pips, and then of course depends on you what you want to take as a TP. But let's focus on what happened today, because I took 2 trades today. So This one is the first one, was the opportunity that I saw, but I didn't take. So I saw the price that was making a double bottom at a very important PSA, even on the hourly time frame and the 4 hour. Yes, I was still bearish, but this pullback was not coming from the a trend. So it was not coming like price is trending, pullback here, and then continuation down. This is coming from a possible rejection at a very strong hourly and even more PSA. So if you look here, look the PSA where it reacted, how strong it was. So there was no point, even on the 4 hour, there was no point trying to sell straight away here. For me, there was no point. As you can see, it ended up going for like 30 pips, not much more. So I was not really focused and attached, fused with this thought. This is where I took my entry. So to explain it, what I saw, this is not neither a pullback, end of pullback or a retest. This was mainly a failure to make new highs. So we have this reaction. We are bearish as a strength, as a bias. We are here, and I see one big wick, candle rejecting, candle rejecting, candle rejecting, candle rejecting. Multiple candles are rejecting this area, and this red candle is closing very strong, bearish, engulfing all the previous ones. So that's where I took my entry here with like 20 pips of stop loss, and of course 45 take profit, partials at 30 pips to be taken, which is like around here. And yeah, as you can see, or maybe it was 18, 20, I don't remember. As you can see, price survived at New York Stock Exchange Open, making lower wick, showing a lot of volume, but still failing to break below these previous PSA. And of course, I left the trade running. We went only to 15 pips, and it stopped me out very, very close to the top. He had to sort of grab some liquidity at the same PSA that was charted up from the morning, from the hourly PSA, if I'm not mistaken. As you can see, yeah, was from the hourly and especially the 15-minute PSA. No, this is this one. So yeah, it was the hourly PSA. 1816. Yeah, 1816. So he grabbed some liquidity and then went in more into this direction. It would have gone to my 30 pips, but again, I was able not to fuse with this loss, and I took the very next candle trade opportunity, which was where the price showed very strong bearish momentum, and not taking this, I waited for the price to break below here, to break below here, and I try to catch this breaker retest. As you can see, 15 pips, I got my loss. It was like 16 with the stop loss above this previous candle. As you can see, was a breaker retest. The volume was very, very strong into the direction, which was also the main direction of the of this bias of the high time frame. Unfortunately, he reacted to this BPL and then bounced up. Also, as shown in my journal, I was very confident in this trade because I saw it again during the first FTMO challenge. As you can see, this is what happened. So yes, we still have this huge PSA, but the trend is showing strong momentum, and the trend is bearish. Now is showing momentum, breaker retest, and then even if the candle is not that big, it went below. So I had in mind this image, so I took it without any problem. And as you can see, today. So 2 trades and minus 0.7%, which brings the total of the challenge at minus 0.5% total, with 3 trades total. So 1 trade yesterday and 2 trades taken today. Let's read the journal, but as you can see, yes, I'm not 100% happy with what happened, and we will read about it. Because if you see after my trading time, I should have waited below to break these highs and these lows to take entries. And as you can see, the price gave these nice opportunities. This is the cleanest breaker retest, picture perfect breaker retest that can happen. And it was there to be taken, but it was not even my time. This is very late for me. But as you can see, even on the 15 minutes or on the 1 minute, is very, very clear that the price is finally breaking above this huge mess, because it was a mess, a price action mess, as you can see here, is closing above, makes a lower wick, and then goes above. This is actually 1730, which was even, as you can see, before. So it makes lower wick and then goes above. And as a scalper on the 1 minute, this one was a perfect opportunity even before at an PPL, even though the momentum is very strong. So this one could have been easily a nice entry, or this one for sure 100%, but I was not on the chart. Let's read the journaling. So first trade was entering short after multiple rejections in trend, entering the 1 minute. So the aggressive candle engulfing, main bias was bearish. Price was not in a trend, but this was a failure to make new highs, was not a breaker retest or end of pullback. I should have waited for price to be in a much clearer trend. And today what I found was that I didn't have a game plan for the day based on 15-30 minutes, possibly because the price was so messy, the price action was so messy that it wasn't clear. I never saw a clear closure below these levels or going above up until the late New York, which is what happened. So I wasn't sure, really. I didn't have a plan. And what feelings could I perceive was it was an impulsive move, but mind was clear. I had everything. Okay, now the pieces are fitting in because it's main bias, it's a strong momentum, it's failure to make new highs, it's an important PSA, so it's a high volume time. So for me, it was very good. I was able to dodge multiple previous missed opportunities, like I showed you. I could have been stuck into these or other mindsets, but I was able to diffuse from everything. But I was not completely 100% clear because I had some thoughts that I'm going to see here through the whole day. 20 pips loss. Second trade, which was this one. Entry short after breaker retest, 16 pips, blah, blah. I saw that the 15 minutes candle was breaking the previous lows. I didn't wait for the candle to close. This one. It actually even closed. I was looking for this one. As you can see, this one might be further rejection, showing further rejection from this resistance and continue. This is engulfing all the previous ones, might continue down to even those previous lows. But I didn't wait for the candle to close, but I had my price action on the 1 minute and the momentum was nice and it was strong volume. What should I have done as per my trading plan? Waiting for the price to break below the hourly lows due to a couple of hourly PSAs 30 pips side of my entry. These two, which on the 1 minute As you can see, they are very close, these two. Taking my entry here, there's high probability the price can bounce before going down or maybe rejecting it. What I should have done was being more patient in terms of level broken. Not in terms of setup, because the setup for me was good. It's just that I was not waiting for the break below of these lows or these highs. As you can see here. I mean, if I was on the charts, I guess that I would possibly taken this entry and having another loss. I don't know. Let's see. And what I can do better, set alert, relevant PSAs, study or / do something else, and be available when the time comes, avoiding all the noise. This is especially true during ranging New York sessions like today. And I should study the 15-30 minutes chart to understand better this price action, what it does mean, what levels needs to be broken, what price action, if waiting, okay, this is a support, so it will go up. I don't know. I mean, I have to study this part, this chart, which is much different of the 1 minute. And is the 1 minute the right time frame for me? Starting to doubt it, but I mean, I can see clearly this price action that on the 1 minute is not there, on the 15 minutes is not there, but let's see. I need to be patient because in 3 hours, I don't know if it tells me. I have 180 bars. I mean, it's 60 times 3. 180 bars compared to 12 bars, which means much less noise and possibly avoiding stupid mistakes in the middle of the range. Especially if the price is ranging. If the price starts to go on trend, then the 1 minute is the perfect point, perfect price action to catch the start of the trend compared to the 1 minute, the 50 minutes where you don't know where to enter. So this analysis, multi-time frame, should be improved to better understand it. I had a clean mind. I was visualizing a specific breaker retest of the first FTMO, exactly, that I showed you, and I thought about, I had thought about my previous entry that would have been 30 plus pips here, this one, that just went here and then dropped to my TP, but I was not fused to it. I was vividly visualizing the setup that I just showed you, this one. I had this in mind, so I was very, very confident. So let's start our trade review to trades. Missed opportunity as per plan. I will say no, because the one that I highlighted was not per plan. No. Did anything completely unexpected happen? I might say price was in a high time frame range, which was not expected. I have to be honest. Took a couple of entries in between the two ranges, edges. The main fear, I have to be honest, of not taking any entry. That was my fear. No. Of not taking any entry and just watch while the market moved. Any thoughts? Okay. I was thinking about the Eurasia style, which was, of course, the 15-30 minutes, because he took the trades, and saying, okay, maybe I should shift to that style, 15-30 minutes time frame, thinking about the future regarding other things. And so this possibly is my future, looking at Twitter and seeing that both Raj and Jivan took that the pre-New York bearish move that I was not able because it's not my time. And what were my strong points? Being able not to fuse with loss, or missed price action, slash being able to stick to one bias. And I say that because here it was very strong, my thought of looking for buys, especially here, for example, looking for buys, but the price action was too strong bearish to consider it. And is my strength now that I didn't change bias. In the first FTMO, I would have taken this entry 100% of the time, or being looking for buys and missing the sell opportunities. And this was very, very clear, as you can see. I mean, now it is breaking above. This one would have been a clean entry. But anyway, I was missing a plan, a game plan. It's something that I have to introduce better. A clear idea of if this happened, I would do this. Okay, what can I do is at the start of the session make a plan of of what PSAs will be relevant to possible trade entries based on 15, 30, 1 hour time frame. What have I learned? That I can choose from thoughts, that I can trigger entries when I am visualizing a previous setup, that I am not that patient for the whole 3 hours session, which is, I think, something I have to experience much more. Daily mission was to be disciplined for 3 hours, be patient, and a sniper. Failed. Because I should have waited for the price to break lows or highs. But of course this one happened after my time and I forced some trades before doing that. As you can see, it broke at 17.28 and I forced the something over here, which was even at the time is still, yes, it's breaking below, but we still have this strong PSA. And as you can see, it can, if it breaks below here, it can go 30 pips before doing whatever. You can easily do it. And I know it. I mean, I took it yesterday, so here I could have and should have waited more. But okay, so this is it, guys. See you guys tomorrow.